S08E02.
No
good. Stop.
Ball game.
Double socks.
I want us as a Republican Party to be pro-family in the fullest sense of the word. I want us to support fertility treatments. I want us to make it easier for moms to afford to have babies. I want it to make it easier for young families to afford a home so they can afford a place to raise that family. And I think there's so much that we can do on the public policy front just to give women more options. Now, of course, Donald Trump has been very clear that on the abortion policy specifically, that we have a big country and it's diverse. And California has a different viewpoint on this than Georgia. Georgia has a different viewpoint from.
They'll talk about marriage, Karen. What's that about? I mean, I just happened to notice that.
You know what? You told me a quote that your mother said, "A man knows what he wants." And I was saying my true feelings about, listen, Jennifer is the person, if I should be married, it will be to Jennifer Kate Hudson. I was just being honest.
My mother was right. I think if she had met you, she said, I don't know about the rest of them, but that comment is all right with me. That's what she would say. I heard you been.
I definitely did. I definitely did, but
I stepped out of bounds?
He stepped out of bounds.
They don't even have that camera angle of the baseline like that.
All I know is I got to stop.
Tell them about the stop I got on you when you dribbled out of bounds, though.
Now, that was a foul, too. He slapped my whole arm, and we, see.
Did they call it?
No.
It's nobody else's business. I see people keep creating, they keep creating stories, timelines. No one was wrong in the situation. Nobody came out and said he did this, she did that. No. Me and Hallie are family, we good.
Made her do such a thing. In fact, the relationship experience of this couple is extremely tumultuous. Because of Offset's cheating rumors, Cardi B broke up with him many times and even reached the point of divorce. Although the two didn't admit it verbally.
Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of The Take. I'm your host as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on The Take on this Monday, October 7th, 2024. Yes, The Take, you only used to be on Thursdays. Now we're switching up and moving on Mondays. So it gives us enough time to get everything collective, everything for you. What we missed on Fridays, what we used to do on Thursdays, we missed on Fridays in the weekend. So now we balled it up and we come here with that. All the information we get, we're going to come in with that, and we're going to make sure we give you the package you want and you need for your highlights of the week. So I'm your host, always, Kendrick Dix. Join in that conversation using the hashtag Take here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss nothing here on The Take. Let's get to the big story. The big story this week was, man, it's a lot of breakup makeups. We hearing a lot of celebrities making up, breaking up. We hearing that from Ben and Jen. They're getting back together. That's a rumor. Now, there's another high-profile couple that kind of makes up and breaks up. You won't believe. Take a look.
Publicly admitted to cheating during pregnancy. Offset suddenly exposed that during the period when she and her wife were divorced and living separately, Cardi B, who was pregnant, had a relationship with another man. What's even more shocking is that Cardi B personally confirmed this accusation on social media and admitted that she did indeed do this. What on earth made her do such a thing? In fact, the relationship experience of this couple is extremely tumultuous. Because of Offset's cheating rumors, Cardi B broke up with him many times and even reached the point of divorce. Although the two didn't admit it verbally, everyone can find from various details that Offset has had multiple extramarital affairs. Probably because of the children, the two finally didn't choose to divorce. Now Cardi B finally can't stand Offset's infidelity and chooses to divorce Offset while pregnant with her third child and does immoral things during the divorce period. This may be Cardi B's revenge on her ex-husband because she claims that Offset can be unfaithful in the relationship. Why can't she? This is what she wants to do. It can be seen how much Offset has hurt Cardi B, forcing her to retaliate in this way. It can only be said that there is nothing enviable about their marriage at all. You mustn't believe.
Yes, Offset and Cardi B. I don't know what to believe now. Like 1 minute they making up, they breaking up. 1 minute she doing her rants. Next minute he doing his rants. I get it. Y'all married. You're going through motions. They're married couples do. Couples in general. some people told me dating is hard in 2024, which it is because certain people ain't opening up themselves a little bit more. They want to keep themselves closed because they're afraid and fear of getting hurt. You know, just vet their person. Some women do it, some guys do. But some people make them break up. And some people think keeping a baby will keep you in a relationship. That ain't the case no more. Look what here with DDG and HALLIE BAILEY. They just announced they're breaking up.
So I'm gonna give y'all a backstory. So I've announced that me and Hallie are split, right? It's life. It happens, right? She's still family. I love her to death, no matter what. Everything's still good. Never know what the future holds. Anything else past that statement is nobody else's business. I see people keep creating. They keep creating stories, timelines. No one was wrong in the situation. Nobody came out and said he did this, she did that. No. Me and Hallie are family. We good. We just taking a little break. Don't know what can happen in the future. That's none of y'all business past that statement, but y'all keep going.
Let me say something about that too.
Yeah, go ahead.
People be feeling like they know what's going on in like your life and what you got going on because you filming, or just because they putting pieces together, but you don't really know. Like, you don't know the full effect, and you don't know what people really going through. You don't know what's really happening. You don't know what people working on. So stop coming up with all these opinions.
So I'm gonna get
DDG broke this damn this lengthy damn post about him and Hallie broke up. We haven't heard from Hallie's people yet on their split, but who knows? They probably doing this for a PR stunt, just like Cardi B and Offset. Everyone's doing this for a PR stunt just to get something going and keep their names tracking. So if this is the way it goes, so be it. But we gonna be screwed one way or another. I'll tell you that right now. All right, in celebrity news, Beyonce re-images Levi Jeans in a new campaign. Beyonce will be the new spokesperson for Levi Jeans. So Beyonce putting her stamp of approval on the Levi brand, as well as she's doing a liquor brand and everything else, perfume, and you name it. Beyonce trying to attach her name to any and everything. But she better be a little bit weary of what's going on with Diddy, with those charges coming up. Plus, with more Beyonce news, Beyonce put out that she submitted her Cowboy Carter album for consideration for the Grammy Awards. Beyonce wanted to be a Grammy winner for a country album. Beyonce, a lot of fans thought Beyonce got snubbed at the CMA Awards not being nominated. Well, it just shows you how commercial Beyonce is, a commercial success artist. You know, and the CMAs may not look at it like that and may not feel that way, being that way. So, hey. Well, LeBron James did media rounds this week with his new teammate, his son, Bronny James. Let's hear what's going on with that.
All right, in all seriousness,
please.
I looked at the film and he did step out of bounds, but I'm not gonna go there.
No, you can go there.
I'm not gonna go there right now.
That's a big part of it.
But
What do you mean you're not gonna go there right now? You just went there.
I mean, I definitely did. I definitely did. But
I stepped out of bounds.
he stepped out of bounds.
They don't even have that
I gotta
camera angle of the
stop. I
baseline
gotta
like
stop.
that.
All I know is I gotta stop.
Tell them about the stop I got on you when you dribbled out of bounds, though.
Now that was a foul too. He slapped my whole arm, and we see.
Did they call it?
No.
Did the ref call it?
I mean,
If
I'm
they
not gonna get that
whistle
call right
didn't
now.
blow,
I'm not gonna get that call right now. I'm playing against.
Yeah, you're a rook
guy
anyway.
You're a rook. Exactly.
Bron and Bronny are coming a little formidable team. You know, like we said, we're going to see how this goes between LeBron and Bronny. But who knows? Bron and Bronny might be the next father-son duo to win the NBA championship down the road once LeBron probably retires. A lot of people think LeBron's going to retire within the next 2 years. I believe so, too. So we'll see what LeBron's going to do with that. But they playing good, all right. They're playing good for the pregame season, getting themselves ready for the opening season coming up. Well, on talk shows, on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy welcomed Colin Kaepernick. He's back with a new children's book, Colin Kaepernick back. Colin Kaepernick wants to get back out there. Is he itching for a return to football? Here's what Jimmy had pulled out from him. Take a look.
We could see you compete in the 2028 Olympics in flag football, which will be a new event. Is this true?
That is my goal. I'm having conversations right now, trying to find the pathway to be able to make that happen, but we'd love to compete in the 2028 Olympics.
Really? I would love that. That would be great.
Yes.
It's in LA. I'll be rooting for you.
Exactly.
Love that. There are rumors that you've been offered coaching jobs in the NFL. Is this true? Would you want to coach?
It is not true.
I'm shocked.
It is not true. I actually found out the same way everyone else did on social media. So,
Is that right? Is that
like,
right?
oh, I got a coaching offer.
Yeah, you did.
No,
That's
no
not
coach
true.
offer.
Wow. And would you ever coach in the future?
No interest in coaching.
No.
For me, I need the adrenaline rush of playing and being in it, or I think I can have more impact in other places with my time.
Okay, I like that. This one's just a weird one. Is it true that you have a collection of over 250 DVDs?
That is true.
You have a DVD player? Where do you play them on? Your PlayStation?
So there has to be an explanation with this one.
Yeah, it's a lot of movies.
I'm not still collecting DVDs.
Okay.
But
I believe Colin could do it. Who knows? If Colin Kaepernick is ready and he's feeling like he can do it, then do it. But most people feel like he's doing that Muhammad Ali stance, like you stood on the knee when a lot was going on. Now you got to be punished. And Colin ain't getting that fair shake, and I think he should have got a fair shake, to be honest with you. But who knows? Hopefully Colin gets that fair shake, and we'll see if he can play football. I think he still got prime left. He's working out and stuff. Gonna do it. Well, on the Jennifer Hudson show, Jennifer Hudson welcomed her boyfriend, Common, to the show. And Jennifer asked Common about this.
They'll talk about marriage, Karen. What's that about? I mean, I just happened to notice that.
You know what? You told me a quote that your mother said, "A man knows what he wants." And I was saying my true feelings about, listen, Jennifer is the person, if I should be married, it will be to Jennifer Kate Hudson. I was just being honest.
My mother was right. I think if she had met you, she said, I don't know about the rest of them, but that Common is all right with me. That's what she would say. I heard you been.
Yeah, Jennifer and Common got a lot of PTA. Common has been a lot. I tell you, man, Common is the ultimate ladies' man. No wonder he's the Common man. Common been around every woman you think of, a who's who of women. Serena Williams, man, Jennifer Hudson. Man, the list goes on and on. I mean, Erykah Badu. I mean, he got with Jaguar Wright, the conspiracy theorist. Tiffany Haddish. I mean, Common been around the block. But, I mean, I can't follow him because Common get players from the Himalayas. You know how that go. All right, we'll be back with more Take. Don't go anywhere. This is the Take here on Connect TV. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Take. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Take on this Monday, October 7th, 2024. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Take here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribers can tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, let's get to the political rundown. On the political rundown this week, last week was the vice presidential debate between J.D. Vance, the Republican vice president nominee, with Donald Trump on the ticket, going against Tim Walz, the vice president nominee for the Democratic ticket, with Kamala Harris, as she's still the current vice president. Kamala's running on behalf of Joe Biden herself in this ticket. Well, let's look at highlights on what went down right now.
Yeah, well, the question got asked, and Donald Trump made the accusation that wasn't true about Minnesota. Well, let me tell you about this idea that there's diverse states. There's a young woman named Amber Thurman. She happened to be in Georgia, a restrictive state. Because of that, she had to travel a long distance to North Carolina to try and get her care. Amber Thurman died in that journey back and forth. The fact of the matter is, how can we as a nation say that your life and your rights, as basic as the right to control your own body, is determined on geography? There's a very real chance, had Amber Thurman lived in Minnesota, she would be alive today. That's why the restoration of Roe versus Wade. When you listen to Vice President Harris talk about this subject and you hear me talk about it, you hear us talking exactly the same. Donald Trump is trying to figure out how to get the political right of this. I agree with a lot of what Senator Vance said about what's happening. His running mate, though, does not, and that's the problem.
Governor, your time is up. Senator, let me ask you about that. He mentioned, was, I think, referring to a national ban. In the past, you have supported a federal ban on abortion after 15 weeks. In fact, you said if someone can't support legislation like that, quote, you are making the United States the most barbaric pro-abortion regime anywhere in the entire world. My question is, why have you changed your position?
Well, Nora, first of all, I never supported a national ban. I did when I was running for Senate in 2022 talk about setting some minimum national standard. For example, we have a partial birth abortion ban in place in this country at the federal level. I don't think anybody's trying to get rid of that, or at least I hope not, though I know that Democrats have taken a very radical pro-abortion stance. But Nora, you know, one of the things that changed is in the state of Ohio, we had a referendum in 2023, and the people of Ohio voted overwhelmingly, by the way, against my position. And I think that what I learned from that, Nora, is that we've got to do a better job at winning back people's trust. So many young women would love to have families. So many young women also see an unplanned pregnancy as something that's going to destroy their livelihood, destroy their education, destroy their relationships. What Tim said actually about Finland, because I do think it illustrates some of the frankly weird differences between our own country's gun violence problem and Finland is, okay, first of all, we have way higher rates of mental health abuse or mental health substance abuse. We have way higher rates of depression, way higher rates of anxiety. We unfortunately have a mental health crisis in this country that I really...
52 years of personal autonomy. And then he tells us, oh, we send it to the states. It's a beautiful thing. Amanda Zaworski would disagree with you on it's a beautiful thing. A young bride in Texas waiting for their child at 18 weeks. She has a complication, a tear in the membrane. She needs to go.
I want us as a Republican Party to be pro-family in the fullest sense of the word. I want us to support fertility treatments. I want us to make it easier for moms to afford to have babies. I want it to make it easier for young families to afford a home so they can afford a place to raise that family. And I think there's so much that we can do on the public policy front just to give women more options. Now, of course, Donald Trump has been very clear that on the abortion policy specifically, that we have a big country and it's diverse. And California has a different viewpoint on this than Georgia. Georgia has a different viewpoint from...
Wow. They talked about abortion. They talked about gun shootings at school. They talked about immigration, but they kind of had a common ground. I think, too, no one won. It was even to me. It was a tie because J.D. Vance had a couple of points and Tim Walz had a couple of points. Everyone had a couple of points like, hey, we can work together to solve these issues rather than just screaming, shouting, and just trying to get temper tantrums and making up things and false statements and stuff. I think Trump and on that end needs to work on that, and maybe he might need to learn from J.D. Vance a little bit. And Kamala she probably need to know a little bit more about immigration if she want to win this time. All right, they go to the viral video of the week. The viral video of the week is this woman singing, this old man and this woman are true Alabama fans. Take a look.
Give a piss about nothing but the tie. Can't mess with the tie. Blitz, Bama, blitz. I don't give a piss if it's a bulldog, a bullfrog, or a bulldog. Give me Alabama. I don't give a piss if it's...
Really? P0s, X000. No good. Stop. Ball game. Double socks.
Yeah, they Alabama through and through and through, singing Bama, 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 and he's singing Bama, Bama. Man, neither of them making no sense, and neither of them trying to say something about Alabama football. And I think that's the typical Alabama fans. You can tell whose side they on, but at the end of the day, you're already giving yourself away. So you kind of got to work on that. But hey, we live in the world like, hey, take me as I am, but the mystique, where's the mystique at? But hey, that's the viral video of the week. And that's going to do it for The Take this week. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long. We'll see you next week for another edition of The Take. See you later.